What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Say hello, Sanglai. Hello. She's been watching kung fu movies from China on the old computer. So she's out there trying to do the splits and do those back kicks, those spinning leg kicks. She's getting herself ninja ready, I guess. For what, I don't know. But anyway, it's a little bit overcast today. We were told we're going to have some storms here this week, mainly in the upper regions of the country, but as always, they will affect us in some way. That's okay. That means it's not too hot outside, and I'm all for that. Now in this video, I'm going to give you guys some basics of living in Cambodia. Just little tips, little things you might want to be aware of before you move here or come here, that hopefully can make things easier for you. I know a lot of people, they've already been here, they've already, they stayed here long term, short term, before going back to their home countries. And I'm sure they picked up some info along the way. So if you're one of those, feel free to leave them in the comments. Let everybody else read your tips and suggestions. But these are some I was thinking of that I've learned since I've been here. But before I do that, I want to say thank you, as always, to all my supporters. You guys are awesome. I really appreciate you. I love you guys, and you make good things happen. And if you're not a supporter but you want to join the family, it's really easy. There are links down below to my PayPal, buymeacoffee.com/DDC, or you can join my Patreon. And when you do those things, I'll send you a copy of my book, To Live in Cambodia, a guide for living in the Kingdom of Wonder. And I'll also send you weekly exclusive videos that I make just for my supporters. The next one is coming out tomorrow on Sunday. I'm filming this on Saturday, so you still have time to get in on the latest one if you click the links down below. Every little bit helps, and I appreciate each and every donation. So if you can and you want to, check out those links and get in on the weekly exclusive content action. Alright, so when you first get here, you're going to notice that things are a little bit different than they are in the West. Obviously, that might be one of the reasons why you're moving from the West. You don't like it. You want to change of pace, change the scenery, perhaps even a change of weather. I already talked about several times that this country is hot year-round. Not a lot of change in the average temperature here. Hey, there you are. There's my buddy. There you go. Hey, come here. Yeah, there you go. There you go. There you go. Yeah, that's a friendly dog. But you'll soon, after you arrive, begin to notice and maybe think about some things you haven't thought about before. How do I do laundry? You don't see any of those walk-in laundromats to do-it-yourselfers like we have back in America, where you just take your clothes, you go in, you plunk some quarters in a washing machine, let them wash, and you put them in a dryer and let them dry. You don't see those here. But you got to wash your clothes, right? Well, just as prevalent as wing offices and street food carts, which you see everywhere, little mom and pop stores like this, you'll also find more than a fair share of laundromats. Now, these aren't laundromats like you would think of them. They are little local businesses, but you can bring in a whole bag, and for just a couple bucks get all those washed, dried. But it's always a drop-off service. Like I said, There's no self-serve laundromats. And if there are in other parts of Cambodia, they're very few and far between. I don't know of any here in Siem Reap personally. But the laundry services are really good. They clean your clothes. You'll see a lot of them in the back have washing machines, so they will be washed. Instead of by hand, they'll be washed in a machine. But most of them do not have gas dryers. Just as you don't see a lot of gas stoves. That's considered a luxury item here. So you don't see them a lot. So they will be air dried. However, you bring them in one day, all dirty and sweaty and nasty. You pick them up the next day, they'll be all clean, smelling good, folded, and usually put in a bag, sealed in a bag, like a plastic see-through bag. All nice and folded. You can pay for it when you drop them off, or you can pay for them when you pick them up. It's your choice. And there are places around here that will do a kilo for, that's 2.2 pounds for my American friends, of clothes for just like a 50, 75 cents, something like that. So whatever area you decide to move to, find the laundromat. There'll probably be more than one, and you can take your pick. Or you can wash them yourself at home. A lot of locals do it that way, because that extra $1 or $2, whatever, once or twice a week, you know, they can't afford it, so they just wash them at home. A bucket, water, laundry detergent, and a scrub brush. Then they rinse them out under usually in the bathroom or something, or maybe in their outside if they have a water spigot, and then hang them out to dry. But you won't find, like I said, the walk-in laundromats like you see back in the West. I've already covered food a bunch of times on here, but I'll repeat it, you know, what do I get to eat? Restaurants everywhere, street food carts everywhere. Cambodia is kind of becoming like a foodie, kind of must go-to place, I guess you could say. All kinds of cuisines are in Siem Reap, and I'm sure you can find the same things elsewhere. Italian restaurants, Greek restaurants, Arabic restaurants. They have kosher food, halal food, a lot of Indian food, American food. They have big name brands like Pizza Hut and Burger King, Starbucks, Dairy Queen, and then they have tons and tons of local restaurants, which are all slowly but surely starting to open up now that they got the government's approval. So yeah, really the issue isn't, oh my God, what am I going to eat and where am I going to eat? Because the choices are so many choices available. You know, you're walking down the street, you see a bunch of food cars lined up, and for me that's a tough choice because they all look good. They all got these incredible smells coming from them. I'm like, I don't know which one I want. And of course, if you want to cook at home, you always got the local markets, which are a great option. You can buy a lot of food there for not a lot of money. And here's a tip for you. When it comes to clothes, I've said this before, you can find clothes here that's going to fit most average size to perhaps even a little bit larger foreign people. It would be an especially large size that you might have an issue finding. Depending on your height or your girth, you might not find what you need. But the closer you get in a town like Siem Reap, which is of course a big tourist attraction, the closer you get to the downtown area, the main hub, the more the prices for these things will go up. And of course the opposite holds true. The further you get away from the city center, the prices will go down for these things. You can find shorts for $2.50 to $3, brand new. You can try them on first, make sure they fit. You can find t-shirts for anywhere from $1.50, you know, all the way up to $4 or $5. You can find underwear here, socks, shoes. And the thing is not just to see one you like and buy it because it catches your attention, but to keep going, and eventually, like I said, the further away from the city center you get, the more likely you are to find the same thing at a cheaper price. And that's another good thing about Cambodia, looking for bargains. It's really easy to just say, I just want this and I'm just going to buy it and I'll pay this price, but I'm telling you, the more you look around, the more you shop around, you can find things that are cheaper, of the same quality, the same newness level, like it, you know, they're all new items. This includes clothes, this includes food also, and you can find it cheaper if you just spend the time to look. So if you are a bargain hunter already, well, you've already got the skills necessary to make it here on as little as possible. Save yourself some money. And speaking of clothes, once you do get clothes, before you put your feet in your socks or your feet in your shoes, or put on your underwear, shirts or pants, especially in the morning when you get up and you're first getting dressed, shake them out. Give it a little shake test. Critters get in during the night. There are a lot of critters, insects, bugs, snakes, spiders, all kinds of things here in Cambodia. Cambodia is basically built, they're just cities built inside and around a jungle. It's a whole big jungle. Welcome to the jungle, baby. But and the bugs are always going to win. These critters are always going to win. There's a lot more of them than us, and they're just going to be there. It's part of living here. And for me, that's good, because I really like bugs. I really like insects. I like studying them. I like looking at them. I get them all the time in my apartment. They crawl under the door in little tiny cracks, and I've seen some insects that should never be inside, because that's not where they live. That's not their habitat, but they just come inside anyway. And I always put them on my page, Bug Life, my Facebook group, I should say, Bug Life. The link for that's down below if you want to join. Show us pictures of your bugs and insects from wherever you are in the world. I like looking at those kind of things. But for me, it's pretty interesting. But for some people, it might not be that interesting. It might be a little scary. I know there's a lot of bug phobias around. And even if you're not bug phobic, it's still shocking and surprising sometimes. Like go to put on your shoe and you feel something in there, and there's a beetle about the size of your hand that has somehow crawled in your shoe at night and you didn't notice it. I've taken off a pair of jeans, a pair of pants, I mean, from folded up in my closet in my first apartment. I was just going to put them on, and as soon as they unfolded, a huge huntsman spider fell to the floor. How it got in my apartment, into the closet, and in between the creases of my folded up pants, which are on the top shelf, I don't know. But that's pretty shocking. Of course, they're basically harmless. They're more scared of you, all that kind of good stuff. But still, when you see a spider that big just fall from what you were about to put your leg in, it can be rather shocking, as you can imagine. So yeah, before you put on any of your clothes, just give them a little shake. Shake any critters out that might be in there. Let them go on their way, and proceed to put on your clothes. And by the way, there are lots of cafes around here, just like those restaurants. But these are my favorite places to get coffee. As you can see, we're right here. This coffee is going to be 75 cents. It's going to be an iced coffee. They're going to put, the local name is Tadaukakab, which is basically condensed milk, so it's going to be a little bit sweet and a little bit bitter from the coffee. As you can see, lots of ice in there, and pretty big. It's a big size for only 75 cents, and oh yeah. And that is never a bad thing. And that's the thing, man, when you're walking around, you just, or even driving around, if you get a motorbike, you can just find all these great deals. Don't be afraid to stop and smell and ask questions. People are more than happy to give you the answers. All right, that's going to do it for this one. Thank you guys for watching. Like the video if you haven't, subscribe if you haven't already, and share it if you want to. Like I said, those are just some basic tips for you once you're living here. Be sure to leave yours down below if you've been here before and you got some useful advice. And be sure to check out all my links down below. PayPal, buymeacoffee.com, or join my Patreon, and you're added to my list, and you will receive exclusive content, including at least one video every single week. Also down below are links to other channels vlogging in Cambodia. I have links to all my social media, and links to my book if you want to buy it individually without donating to me directly. And the site does take PayPal, so it's an instant download, called Live in Cambodia, a guide for living in the Kingdom of Wonder, and you can check out that link down below. Alright, that'll do it for this one. Again, thank you to all my supporters. You guys rock. It really means a lot to me. And be sure to check your email tomorrow, if you're listening to this on Saturday, for your next exclusive video. Alright, I'll talk to you guys in the next one.